Hey, what up, y'all? Trent here. Welcome to today's episode of Straight Up. I appreciate you for being here. If you're new, okay, thank you. Thank the person that brought you here. I don't know how you found me, but I appreciate you. I want to say this off top. Always know you can text me. My community text number is 817-242-2719. I send out inspiration. You get merchant, all types of things surrounding me and what I do in rehab time. You want to be a part of that. It's only available to the U.S., so if you're out the country, we're trying to work on that. But if you're in the U.S., make sure you send me a text, 817-242-2719. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell button. All these things that you got to do, right? But make sure you do those things. And most importantly, get in the comments. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear at least 5 things we're going to talk about today. Which one you related to. Maybe you can tell the story of certain people that you dealt with, all of that good stuff. But let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about 5 people. Now, I could say a million, but we're going to focus on 5 today. We're going to talk about 5 people that you can't be friends with, right? If you want to live your life in peace, you want to live your life without stress, without drama, without all this conflict, these are 5 people that you can't be friends with. Number 1, you can't be friends with someone that wants your life. And let me be clear about this, right? You can be inspired by your friends, right? Your friends can be inspired by you. That's a good thing. You should have people around you inspired by you. I'm inspired by some of my friends. But what you can't have is people who want to be you and want everything that you have. So if you're in a happy relationship, they don't just want a happy relationship, they want your relationship. If you got a job or a dream, they just don't want a job or a dream, they want what you have. And when someone has that much envy, when someone has that much obsession, it becomes dangerous, and not just emotionally. In some cases, physically, it becomes dangerous. This is the type of person that's always trying to disguise the word friend, right? I'm your friend. I love you. I appreciate you. They always try to use the word friend as a disguise or a cover up to really hide how they truly feel about you, right? This is the friend that loves to plant seeds, right? They're a seed planter and not a positive seed planter. They don't plant seeds of encouragement, seeds of all of those things. Maybe they do that sometimes to try to cover up. But this is the type of person that's always planting seeds of doubt in your life. They put doubt maybe in your relationship, right? That's the person you go to for your relationship advice. You got to be careful. And this is the person that you know you got a good relationship, but they're the person that's always planting seeds of doubt in your relationship because maybe they want the guy or the woman that you're with. This is the type of person that you're living your dream, you're living your purpose. You're at your job and you're elevating, but they're planting seeds of doubt in your job. They're planting seeds of doubt to make you want to quit, to make you second guess things so you can give up on those things so they can move in to hopefully take those things. So if you have people in your life or a friend in your life that wants your life, they can never genuinely celebrate you. Because behind closed doors, a lot of these people, they're really celebrating your losses. They're really happy when you fail. They're really happy when you're going through it with your significant other. They're really happy when you got conflict in your life. That makes them feel good. As I always say, they get their high off of your lows. So if you have somebody in your life that wants your life, right, wants to be you, and you think that's you flattered by it, oh, it's cool, no. Get those type of people out of your life because those are people that don't have your best interests at heart and at mind. The second person that you can't be friends with, you can't be friends with the person that's a terrible person. And this is the reason why I say this. And I know that's kind of obvious, but I want to really break this down because some of us, we're allowing our loyalty to become our slavery. Some of us, we're allowing our loyalty to keep us around people that aren't good people. They might be good to you and that's cool, but they aren't good to other people. In a pet peeve of mine, a rule of mine, a standard of mine, a principle of mine, how you treat other people, I don't care how you treat me. Well, I do care how you treat me, but I'm more concerned not how you just treat me, but how do you treat other people? Because this is the fact. There Reputation will make you guilty by association because of who they are to other people. And it isn't fair, but the world is sometimes not fair. You are guilty by association. If you're around a person that's a thief, no matter if they steal from you or not, but they steal from other people, then people are going to think you are a thief, even if you know it or not. So when you see signs of a person being a terrible person, when you see signs of a person not being honorable, a person that doesn't have integrity, you got to make that decision, because I'm going to tell you something. And this happened to me a while back. There's opportunity that's meant for your life. There's things that are meant for your life. Maybe it's a job opportunity. Maybe somebody's, wants to offer you a promotion or wants to offer you a job, or maybe it's something to further your dream. Maybe it's an investment. Maybe it's, whatever it may be. There's opportunity that's meant for your life. But I've seen this happen to myself at a point, and I had to make this decision. I've had a person in my life like this, that they were good to me, but they weren't good to other people. And people were like, man, Trent must be like them because Trent's hanging around them, even though I didn't know what that person was doing to other people. So it hurt my life because they were hurting other people. And some of you are choosing to keep yourself around these type of people, and you wonder why certain things aren't coming towards your life. Because this is what happens. When the opportunity is meant for your life, sometimes the opportunity doesn't come to you because the opportunity is scared of what surrounds your life. So some of y'all are so real and so loyal to all these people, right? So loyal to the people that you grew up with. And I'm a big believer in loyalty. But you got to be loyal to yourself first. You got to be loyal to your principles. You got to be loyal to your standards. You got to be loyal to your values. The friendship shouldn't work if all the values are different. If you got a person that has no integrity, but you value integrity, why would you keep your life around that? There's opportunity that's probably meant for your life that never comes to you because of the people or the person that you're surrounding your life around. So number 2, you can't be friends with a person that's a terrible person. Number 3, this is obvious, but some of us, we don't get it. And this ties into number 1. You can't be friends with the person that's jealous of you. Some of you ask, because if they're jealous of you, you have to understand this. They will never genuinely be happy for you. And some of you ask, Trent, how do I know if a person is jealous of me? There's a few ways. Number 1, if they're not more happy for you, I don't want to say more happy. If they're not happy or equally happy for you as you are for yourself, when you do something major, when you do something big, when you have an accomplishment, when you overcome something, when you break through, when you heal, if they ain't cheering for you, like if they give you those silent hater claps, those hater cheers, and they try to belittle it or don't even acknowledge it, that's somebody that's jealous of you. And jealousy is this, when your life reminds somebody of what they don't have. So it's kind of like that first thing we talked about today. When a person wants your life, they often become jealous of you because they believe that they deserve those things. Even though they didn't put in the work that you did, they believe that they deserve it. Even though they've been lazy while you worked hard, they believe that you deserve it. And oftentimes people that become jealous of you, jealousy is a lot closer than what you think, right? There might be some strangers on the internet that might be jealous of you that don't know you, but oftentimes jealousy is when you come from the same place as somebody and they still there. You come from the same circumstances as somebody, you feel me? And they still there. Comment below if you feel me. Like, I want to know if you ever dealt with this. You come from the same situation as somebody, and they use it as an excuse to stay the same. They use it as an excuse to blame the rest of their life on why they never did anything because of what they where they grew up in or what they were around. But you use it as a situation to say, you know what, I'm going to allow this to motivate me. I'm going to allow this to make me get out this place. I'm going to allow this to take my life to another level. And people become jealous of you. Another way you can tell somebody's jealous of you is trust the vibes that they give you. And this isn't 100% right all the time. Somebody can be having a bad day. Don't take this out of context. But if you're around somebody and you can just see in their eyes when you talk about certain things, they change the subject, or when you talk about certain things, they go into selfish communication and they make it about themselves, or you talk about certain things and they just don't seem happy for you when you talk about things that make you happy and make you smile, that's somebody that's probably jealous of you. Jealousy often comes from a person that isn't doing what they want to do. So they hate on the next person doing what they wanted to do and actually doing and living the life that they're actually dreamed of living. So you can't be friends with a person that's jealous of you because they will never genuinely be happy for you. It's only a matter of time before their true motives, before their true intentions get exposed. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4, this is a big one. You can't be friends with someone that's friends with your enemies. You can't be friends with someone that's friends with your enemies. I know people say, hey, man, like, that's not my beef. That's not my situation. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you got a friend, I'm not talking about an associate. I'm not talking about your coworker. But if you got somebody that's solid with you, you got somebody that, you done been their 2 a.m.s, meaning that when they called you at 2 a.m., you was there. You watch their kids, like their kids is like your nieces and nephews. Like, y'all that tight. Y'all done been through everything together. You got somebody that's solid like that, like a brother or a sister that ain't even blood, but it's that solid. That person shouldn't be friends with the people who don't like you. That person shouldn't be rubbing elbows and kikiing and googling and laughing with the people that don't like you. Because I'm going to tell you this, a person that plays both sides of the fence, and this is the type of person that has a lot of self-interest. It just shows you that they're really not for you. They're really for themselves. A person that plays both sides of the fence cannot be trusted. So if a person knows what a certain person did to your life, right? If your friend knows that this person talks down on you, this person tried to hurt you, this person is a person that you don't rock with for reasons that I'm sure that they know because that's your homie, that's your sis, that's your partner, that's your rider, right? That person shouldn't be friends with that person. That person shouldn't engage with that person. And I'm not saying that you got to beef, pick up other people's beef, but I know for me, if one of my homies and one of my close friends say, man, that's a person I don't rock with because of XYZ, then I don't mean that I hate them, but I'm not going to rock with that person. Because especially if I know my friend, right? And that's my friend. I'm not talking about associates and coworkers that spread rumors and say, oh, this person did me wrong, but you don't even have a relationship with that coworker like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody that you've been through it all with. You shouldn't be friends with that person's enemies. So number 4, you can't be friends with someone who's friends with your enemies. Let me know below in the comments if you ever experienced that. Like, let me know. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, these are people that you got to get out your life. Because oftentimes, and I'll even tell you this, you often see this a lot. When you stop being friends with somebody, then you know somebody really wasn't your friend when on purpose they go be friends with your enemies. Right? They go click up with your enemies just to make you mad or just to get back at you or do something to make you feel a certain type of way. True motives get exposed over time. Believe that. Number 5, last but not least, you can't be friends with someone who talks about others / their friends, even though those friends might not be your friends, or maybe they're friends and y'all are part of the same circle. You can't be friends with someone who talks about others behind their back. If you got a person that's addicted to gossiping about someone else behind their back, especially their friend, and some of you like to be entertained by that. Get out the business of being entertained by negativity about a friend in your life, right? If y'all part of the same circle, get out of that business. Don't be a person that's entertained by gossip and drama that someone else brings to you. Because I'm going to tell you, that same person that's bringing you their gossip, that's their friend, that's bringing you their drama, that's bringing you their secrets, that's exposing the things that anybody wasn't supposed to know, the world wasn't supposed to know, but they volunteering information that you didn't even ask for, they just bringing it to you. That's a person, man. That's a person that will do the exact same thing to you. You better believe this and know this. And some of y'all in the comments, you're already talking about this because I know that you've been in this situation. We all have. If they bringing gossip to you, you better believe that they gossiping about you. If they talking about other people that they choose to rock with and be friends with, choose to stay around, and they talking about those people behind their back, then my question to you is this. What do you think that person is doing behind yours? Do you think you that special of a friend that they don't do that to you? Do you think they got that type of loyalty just to you, that they don't do that to you, child please. A person that's addicted to talking about people behind their back, it don't matter what type of loyalty you may think they have. It don't matter how many years you know this person. They doing the same to you when you ain't around or when you make them upset. They taking information that you trusted them with and telling somebody else. That's why when you get around, when you get around the whole circle, you get around the friends that, they were talking about, they looking at you kind of weird and you looking at them kind of weird because that one person is telling all y'all business. That one person's a chatty patty. So if you got people in your life that are bringing gossip to you, you don't need to be friends with those type of people. Those are the type of people that you need to be associates with. I'm going to talk about the level of friendships in another video, but those is 3 levels. Those are the people that you need to be associates with. I would be very careful about giving information to them. I would be very careful about giving my secrets to them. I would be very careful about that. And I got a rule of thumb with that as a side note. If you don't want the world to know, update your problems to God, not to people. Because when someone is no longer a part of your life or that friendship ends, you better believe 9 times out of 10, they're going to volunteer information to everybody else. Because everybody ain't built like that. I'm a person that takes pride no matter if I'm enemies with you, which I don't have enemies, but if I was at a time in my life I did, if I don't like you anymore, we're not friends no more, I'm never going to volunteer and share information that you trusted me with just because we ain't rocking together no more. But everybody ain't like that. So number 5, you can't be friends with someone who talks about others behind their back because they doing the same to you. If you evaluate these 5 type of friendships and you start to get rid of these friendships or don't be around these people as much, I can promise you peace, clarity will be more in your life than drama and conflict and all those other things. So let me know in the comments which one you relate to the most. Let me know the stories in the comments. Let me know if you had a friend that wants your life, if you're around somebody that was a terrible person and they messed up your reputation when you didn't do nothing. Let me know all of that. I want to see it. I want to interact with you and I want your feedback. But like always, if you can, if it's on your heart to, share this message with somebody. Teachers, play this in your class. You know a teacher, send it to a teacher. A friend, kids, adults, this message is for everybody. Okay, somebody that you know needs to see this because somebody that you know, if it's not you, has 1 or all 5 of these friends in their life. And that's the perfect recipe to actually living a life of conflict, pain, or confusion, and heartbreak. But like I said at the end of every single video, it all starts with you. It's rehab time. Let's get it. Straight up.